Right. Thank you so much, sir. Very warm good morning to one and all. We'll start the festivity by playing the Saraswati Vandana and virtual lamp lighting. Please. Thank you, Rahul. Good morning to one and all. A very warm good morning from ATAL Academy, AICT New Delhi. Today we have the galaxy of eminent speakers from industry and academia. We'd like to welcome our today's chief guest, Professor Pramod M. Padole sir, Director VNIT Nagpur. Today's guest of honor, our own academic visionary leader, Professor MP Punyaji, Vice Chairman AICT and Chairman CSTT. Our special guest, Shri Arun T. Ramchandani ji, Executive Vice President, L&T Defense Business, all respected coordinators, faculty members of ATAL. It's indeed my proud privilege to welcome you all visionary academic leaders on one of the most promising flagship programs of AICT, that is AICT Training and Learning Academy, ATAL. The importance of all emerging areas like artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, augmented reality, virtual reality, cyber security, blockchain, etc., has now been constantly growing. And the artificial knowledge-based industry have now occupied the central stage of development, not only in our country, but across the globe. As you know, we Indians are very fast learners. So due to COVID, there is a paradigm shift in our teaching learning process, in pedagogy, the way in our higher education is imparting instruction in classroom, laboratory, workshop, has now been changed. So now our ensuing education is highly collaborative, cross-institutional, multi-directional, interdisciplinary, and so new emerging areas on which AICT is focusing, where the AICT ATAL Academy is especially focusing, is AI, ML, blockchain, cyber security, green technology. These are all emerging areas. So we are trying to establish the better convergence between the man and machine and explore the new pedagogy. We must adopt the new technological tool for effective delivery of instructions. Now our students will be equally partner in the new academic self-paced landscape of online learning. Yes, of course, the medium of instruction has now been more focused in our national education policy. So we are also promoting the regional languages here in AICT. And AICT's undivided focus for quality education and creating a complete ecosystem for quality teaching and learning process. ATAL is our highbrow gigantic flagship program for creating the ATAL fraternity. Yes, it's going to be a team of highly motivated academic leaders in our country. So today, we are fortunate enough that the galaxy of speakers we have today. So without taking much of your time, I just wanted to apprise you that we have completed, ATAL has completed 1,200 online faculty development program, and ATAL has also been conferred as a World Book of Records for conducting largest number of online FDPs. So once again, I welcome you all, and without taking much of our time, now I would like to request today's special guest, Shri Arun T. Ramchandani ji, to guest to address this August gathering. Just before handing over to him, I would like to share his brief profile with you. Shri Arun Ramchandani ji is a mechanical engineer graduated from the IIT Delhi. He joined the L&T as a graduate engineer training in 1984. Subsequently, he trained in technology management at the Administrative Staff College of India and the Manchester Business School, and also completed the advanced management program at INSEAD, France. He has had over 3 decades of experience working on various product and technology development program in the research and development at Larsen and Toubro. During this period, he worked extensively on the design and development of critical equipment and system for the defense and aerospace business segment, with specific expertise in systems engineering and multidisciplinary system design and simulations. He is currently designated Executive Vice President of the Defense and Aerospace Business segment at L&T Defense. His portfolio includes the guns and armored systems and missiles and aerospace business segments, besides being responsible for the product and technology development centers and the Hazira Powai Coimbatore work centers and of L&T Defense. He is a fellow of Indian National Academy of Engineers, fellow of the Indian Society of Systems for Science Engineering, and co-chair of the FICCI Committee of Defense and Aerospace, besides being a member of various professional bodies. Sir, we are fortunate enough to hear a few enlightened words, and our faculty will enlighten. Thank you, sir. Please address this August gathering.
Thank you very much, Dr. Datta, and Honorable Professor Pramod Padole, Director, VNIT, Professor Punya, and of course the many distinguished academicians who are here on this platform, and the various faculty who are attending this event. Firstly, let me compliment AICT and the ATAL Academy for their outstanding work in the faculty development programs, which I believe have covered over 1,500 such programs, and today we are to launch 40 such FDPs. I think it is quite an outstanding achievement to connect up across the country so many faculty and to create in India an environment which will enable learning and keep us abreast with the developments in technology. That said, I must say that I'm very honored and humbled to be in the company of such great academicians, and being a man of industry and having spent about 37 years from the day I left my alma mater, though I did have occasion to interact with the academia through my years in industrial R&D, it feels great to be back amongst the academicians whom I left so many years back. Uh, Dr. Datta talked about today's need of integrating industry with academia. And I think as a country, this is one area where we still have a lot to do because in some way we are good at working in silos and we struggle to connect across the research laboratories, across academia, and across the industry. Each one of us lost in our own world, each one of us looking at, our own definitions of our key result areas. So whether it is the academia community, which has to focus on new research and publishing of papers, generating of PhD students, etc., which becomes a goal in itself, and or it is the industry whose aim is to, generate profit for the shareholders, and somehow that takes precedence over all else. We oftentimes struggle to reach out to each other and to leverage the strength that exists in these across these various segments. We also let me give you a little background about myself and the work I do. Uh, I am part of L&T Defense, and we have been closely associated with the aerospace and defense and strategic sectors of the country, which brings us in close proximity with the various laboratories that are working in these areas, whether it is CSIR, whether it is DRDO, whether it is ISRO, whether it is BARC. We do get opportunity to engage with these laboratories and to see how the work of the laboratories can be brought to industry, can be converted into products, and can be used to serve the nation for its security and for its strategic needs. We do certainly look forward to higher engagement with the academia, and of course, where I work in my research center in Powai, we have the IIT Bombay just next door, and we do look at the activities happening in their various labs. But I must say that the times are changing, the ecosystem is changing, and for India to stay ahead in the world, we need to do a lot more in this direction. There are many emerging areas of technology that Dr. Datta talked about, the greater role that AI ML is playing in virtually every domain, the large importance of big data analytics, the use of blockchains, uh, the requirement and the kind of pressure which the climate change puts on us, and the entire migration from a coal and hydrocarbon driven energy economy to an economy which is based on new fuels like hydrogen, on green energy. These are, I would say, tectonic shifts which are happening in our times, and we have to be ready for these shifts. Uh, I would also say that the government of India today has put a lot of focus on Make in India, and with China getting isolated in certain ways, the supply chain of the world could very well be India. What that means is that Indian industry and Indian manufacturing also has to transform itself. And today we are bringing digital into every aspect of our operations. So, whether it is manufacturing and the move to Industry 4.0, where today all our operations, including in construction, are IoT enabled, IoT connected. Today, sitting in my office, I know at a remote site what is happening, how much tons of material a crane is lifting today, how many operations it has done in the day, how my assets are being utilized all over the country at any point in time and in real time. So that's the kind of shift that is happening. And for us to stay competitive, to stay ahead, we have to leverage the digital technologies which are emerging very fast. And I would say where India has a great edge because of our large technical manpower base. To enable this manpower base, the faculty development programs is, I think, really one of the key enablers, and I think it can bring about massive transformation to the country and to the impact that the country can make in this current, environment. uh, I would really compliment and be very willing from the industry side to engage in supporting these programs, to bring our perspective to these programs. Let me just say that today we are fully ready to deploy these technologies, and in industry, I feel we are not deploying it enough because many of the people of say my times, maybe we are not abreast with the way the technology is evolving, and we need to use the young generation to bring about these transformations. I can only say that in our mindset, we are very open. We are looking at bringing about these transformations, and some of them are imperatives. If we want to become supply chain of the world, if we want to be strategically enabled, if we want India to meet its climate goals that it has set, then all these transformations are mandatory, and industry looks forward to implementing all of that through a very new approach. I feel there is a lot of emphasis on electronics as well. So, in terms not only on the soft part of it and the data processing end, but even on electronic hardware, on the connectivity, on communication systems, whether it is terrestrial communication or satellite communication, uh, the data communication, the evolution of 5G, and we need engineers who are really multidisciplinary, who are skilled in working on hardware, working with software, and working with emerging technologies. So, with these words, I would, once again compliment the ATAL Academy. I would wish them all the best in their endeavors. I would also commit from the side of industry that we would be very happy to support these endeavors and participate and contribute in it. Uh, and I thank all of you for inviting me to this event and for giving me an opportunity to know about the great work that all of you are doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words and giving the overview about the industry academia handholding, the tectonic shift which has been taking place, and our and academia should also get ready for that shift. Thank you for offering the handholding from the industry's point of view for betterment in our ATAL Academy. So without making much of your time, our Vice Chancellor sir is having some emergent meeting, so he may join us in a short while. Uh, just moving ahead, today we are fortunate enough that we have chief guest, our own academic leader, Professor Pramod M. Podali sir, Director VNIT Nagpur. So before handing over to him, I would like to give a brief introduction about sir. Professor Pramod M. Podali sir in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, VNIT Nagpur has taken charge as the Director of VNIT on 20th June 2018. Professor Podoli sir is an erudite professor, popular teacher, and eminent researcher with a dream to use science and technology for better community life. Professor Padore sir is an also alumnus of VNIT Nagpur. He did his BE Mechanical and PhD from VNIT and Masters in Machine Design from VGTI. Professor Podale sir joined VRC in September 1988 with a vast experience of 3 decades of teaching, research, and administration. Professor Podale worked as a Dean Faculty Welfare from 2014 to 17. Also worked as a professor in charge of alumni affairs of the institute for more than 5 years. Professor Podale sir was also instrumental for developing CAD-CAM Center at VNIT and has also started the PG course in CAD-CAM. Mechanisms and machine design, finite element method, and biomechanical engineering are his research areas. Professor Podole sir has guided more than 17 research scholars and supervised more than 50 MTech projects. Presently, 4 PhD research scholars are working under him. He has more than 140 research publications in reputed international and national journals to his credit. He has 2 patents to his name. Professor Padole sir has visited various countries like Germany, US, UK, Romania, France, Hong Kong for presenting research work and has chaired a technical session at prestigious international conferences. Professor Padole sir also worked as the president of Biomedical Engineering Forum and developed functional applied technology in plants. Professor Padole sir was successfully completed more than 14 consultancy projects in the areas of applied technology, design, and finite element analysis, which were also funded by the DST, KVIC, and AICT. Professor Padole sir has received Academician par excellence award from Institute of Engineers in 2017 for his lifetime contribution in the areas of product development, process development, and technology transfer. He has also received the Best S&T Innovation Award from the Government of India for KVIC sponsored project and developed TAN intervention technology for creating self-sustainability economic development of rural sector. And I am happy to share that Professor Padole sir is equally good in painting, sports, and singing also. Thank you so much, sir, for joining with us. Now, I would like to invite you to address this gathering. Please, sir.
Thank you, Professor Datta, for such a long sort of introduction. I don't know whether I deserve it. Good morning to all of you. Professor Datta, Deputy Director of ATAL Academy, Mr. Arun Ramchandani, special guest for today's function, the Executive VP of L&T Defense Business, Professor MP Punia, Vice Chairman of AICT, then maybe Dr. Anil Shastrabudhe, Chairman of AICT, if he's there listening to this program, and all the other dignitaries, the coordinators of the 40 faculty development programs, which we shall be starting from today, and all other the participants who are attending this program. It's in fact pleasure for me to interact with all of you and to share some of the views with you. As has been told that this is the flagship program of the AICT, the AICT Training and Learning Academy, who has been organizing this program. And it's, I think, a great work that they are doing. I've been told that more than 2 lakhs professionals have taken the advantages of this, and about 1500 faculty development programs have been conducted. And in fact, it has given a sort of a platform for the academia, in industries, and research scholars, and they're coming on one platform and strengthening the ties between the industry and the institutions. That is a sort of a good work that I suppose the AICT is carrying out, and it is giving the exposures also to the new faculty members, then research scholars, then personnel from the industries who are coming together. As far as the VNIT is concerned, I am happy that my faculty members and various departments they have been organizing this FDP programs very regularly. I have been told that last year 5 to 6 faculty development programs have been conducted, and this year also they are planning about 4 or 5 these programs. And in fact, I am also happy to share that in most of our faculty development programs, the industry participants was there. There were the key persons and the resource persons who were coming from the industry, and they are sharing their knowledge and the best practices and the technologies. They are there working in the industries. And so I just I'm very happy that when Mr. Ramchandani said that they are more than willing to see that more and more industry participations will be there in this program. So I in fact appeal the AICT that why not to make a sort of a compulsion that in each faculty development program there has to be at least 2 to 3 sort of lectures and the resource persons from the industry, so that we can make better and strengthen industry institute interaction. So this is a sort of a suggestion from my side. For example, in our institutions, we have recently developed the Cement Center of Excellence, which is having all the state-of-art sort of laboratories. We are having 12 laboratories. 6 of them are related to softwares, and 6 are related to the all IoT, automation, then smart factory, then mechatronics, robotics, then the softwares, right from the design to the testing, PLM, all those things are there. And it is my pleasure to share with you that we have utilized this facility to the great extent while conducting these programs. We have involved the local industries, particularly the small industries, MSME, and we also signed a sort of MOU with MSME and the VI, that is Vidarbha Industries Association, so that all these facilities can be utilized in the best possible manner. Because it is not only the students or the faculty members which need to use this thing, but then we have to work together, as rightly said by the earlier speaker, that industry and institutions, they must work hand in hand. And for that, we have utilized these facilities very optimally, and we are still doing it. So this is one this thing just I wanted to share. And another thing is, as I've been told in my introduction, I am the president of Biomedical Engineering Forum. I'm happy to share with you that VNIT is working in this area almost from last 15 years. We are also having the Betic Center here in association with IIT Mumbai. And we are closely working with the medical practitioners. As a part of our this forum, there are more than 50 doctors who are members of that, and of course the engineers and all research scholars are there. And we have been working with them for solving the various issues which are related to the medical sciences. Uh, and I particularly feel that this kind of interaction with the medical sciences and the medical practitioners, if you promote through this FDP, then in the real sense, what our NEP says, new education policy, that multidisciplinary research, and that can be encouraged, and our faculty members and the students, that those can be exposed to the various problems which the other streams are facing, and we can work together. Here we have been working with them for developing the various implants, their devices. Then we are also using the techniques like image processing and other things as a big data analysis for the prediction of the various diseases and the diagnosis. So we were quite effectively working with them. So I appeal that more thrust can also be given to this multidisciplinary area while conducting this faculty development program. Similarly, one more thing is that use of the appropriate technologies, and particularly for the rural sectors and the agriculture sectors. If we encourage then definitely that will be having a sort of value additions and a betterment for the society. Our VNIT is also working closely with these sectors almost from last 10 to 12 years. And I know that this impact subject is very close to the heart of Dr. Sahasrabuddhe. Because when he was there in IIT Guwahati, we have been working closely for the KVIC project. So he knows the importance of working with the rural sectors and the agricultural sectors. So there, if we can work to certainly reduce the drudgery, then the fatigue of the laborers or the skilled workers who are working there, to improve their quality and productivity of their products by suggesting certain technologies which are appropriate for them. So in that case, we also be making our faculty members and research scholars will be exposing them to the various problems and issues that our rural sector is facing. By doing this thing, I think we can definitely widen the scope of our this faculty development program, and that will be uh, mainly for the betterment of our society. So these are 2 3 things that I just wanted to share with you. And if we make the mandate of our this FDP, wherein these problems can also be tackled, and the industries and NGOs can be brought on one platform for solving these problems, then that will be, I think, some added quality to the faculty development program. These are some of just views. Otherwise, I know that this is the great thing that the AICT is doing. More than 2,000 professionals getting the advantage of this in just 2 years, and conducting more than 1,500 faculty development programs. It's amazing. We must appreciate the role taken by AICT. And with this, once again, I thank AICT chairman, vice chairman, and all the officials for inviting me over here for the inauguration of 40 faculty development programs on a single day. It's it's a huge work that AICT is doing. So I must compliment and congratulate AICT and all the coordinators for these programs and inviting me over here for sharing my views with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving a comprehensive view on how the industry academia gap can be sorted out. And definitely our faculty members and the respected coordinators will focus on that. And just wanted to apprise you, sir, during this entire conducting ATAL FDP, we have a batch of 20,000 expert members from across the globe, from the Australia to the Western Europe. So across the globe, we have 20,000 speakers, most of them from the industry has onboarded so far with us. So it's a huge data bank with us, and our all faculty members are utilizing it. And thanks for enlightening us. And definitely, sir, our faculty development program will more focus on the rural areas and the medical and instrumental technologies. Uh, Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening us and having with us. Today, I would like to invite Mr. Patil, who is a regional officer from South Central region of AICT, to propose the vote of thanks. Shri Patil ji.
Respected dignitaries, coordinators, speakers, and dear faculty participants, good morning. The best and beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt by heart. Thank you is one of such prayer among them. I consider it an honor to me to propose a vote of thanks to all the dignitaries who have witnessed it as a memorable event. Today, my words are not enough to express the gratitude on behalf of the ATAL Academy, AICT, and Regional Office SCRO Hyderabad. I extend a very hearty vote of thanks to Chief Guest of this 100th inaugural program, respected Professor Pramod M. Padole sir, Director, VNIT Nagpur. Sir enlightens us on the importance of FDPs in developing industry as a partner. Then the role of industry partner, use of emerging areas, his collaboration with the various industry in the Vidarbha region, development of various emerging area laboratories, his collaboration with MSME industries, what is the importance of industry institute collaboration. Sir's contribution is there in the biomedical engineering of solving the issues of various medical sciences and how the multidisciplinary area helps in that solving the various problem related to the medical science and in many more. So we are very much thankful to you, sir, for sharing your valuable views on the various that multidisciplinary areas and solving issues of the biomedical engineering. Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you very much. I would like to express my sincere thanks to, in absence here, to the Honorable Vice Chairman AICT, Professor MP Punia sir, for his valuable guidance. I am very much thankful to Mr. Arunti Ramchandani, who is the special invitee of this program, act as an executive VP, L&T Defense Business. Sir enlightened us on and shared his collaboration with CSIR, DST, ISRO, and how to coordinate with this industry and bring the outputs for the benefits of mankind and society. What is the need of transformation of Indian industry to use the artificial intelligence and the new emerging areas for the development of Indian industry. And this FDP is based on the training related to the emerging area helps for the society. Thanks a lot, sir, for the valuable guidance. Thank you very much. I express my thanks in absentia to the advisor, Madam ATAL Academy, and the Deputy Director, ATAL Academy, Dr. Amit Datta, sir, for his detailed information on ATAL programs and various schemes and initiatives of AICT. Thank you very much, sir. I would like to thank all the coordinator of FDPs as well as their director, principal, and speakers too. I heartily congratulate all the participants for their active participation in this event and FDPs. I extend my big thanks to our colleague, Dr. Girdhari Lalkar, and all the team of ATAL Cell AICT headquarters. Thank you one and all. Last but not the least, I am very much thankful to the competent authorities of AICT, IT consultant, e-governance cell, social media like YouTube and Twitter, Facebook, and media cell of AICT for their coverage. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Patil. So there is one announcement for the coordinators. So very senior academicians and industry leaders have joined us for the peer review of the faculty development program. So all the coordinators are requested to be very serious and made a contact with all the peer review members for your FDP. Thank you so much, sir. With the permission of the chair, we are concluding here the inaugural ceremony. Thank you so much for joining with us.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you to all.